Now, a congressional committee investigating the riot at the U.S. Capitol building on January the 6th this year has issued its first round of subpoenas. Amongst those summoned to appear are former President Trump's chief of staff, Mark Meadows, and the political strategist, Steve Bannon. The House of Representatives Select Committee is investigating efforts to overturn the 2020 presidential election result, which, of course, ended with the storming of the Capitol building by supporters of Mr. Trump. I'm joined now by CBS News correspondent Bradley Blackburn in New York. Bradley, thanks for joining us. First of all, tell me a little bit more about the four key figures who've been subpoenaed.
Well, Stephen, these are some of President Trump's closest advisors. You mentioned the former chief of staff, Mark Meadows, and also the strategist, Steve Bannon. But also included on this list are the former deputy chief of staff for communications, Dan Scavino, and a Defense Department official, Kashyap Patel. Now, all of these men are described as some of his most loyal aides, and the committee says they believe they may have relevant information about the lead up to the insurrection, Stephen.
Is this about both getting them there in person and also getting documentation and communication records from them? What exactly does this investigation committee want?
That's right. It wants them to produce documents and to appear at depositions starting in mid-October. This committee has already been pouring through thousands of pages of documents that it received in August from the government and also from social media companies. So now they're going to start this interview process. They are interested in Bannon, for instance, because he was apparently urging President Trump to focus on January 6th and had made predictions about what might happen that day. Meadows was with Trump on that day. So all of these men have different perspectives on the events of January 6th and what led up to it.
Could they ultimately, Bradley, could they refuse to testify? Because I know President Trump has already said that if they call him or even think about it, he's just going to exercise executive privilege. But what rights do these guys have?
Well, we'll have to see. Executive privilege does extend not just to the former president, but to people that served around him. Now, President Trump did issue a statement calling the subpoenas highly partisan, and he said that he would fight them on the grounds of executive privilege. Usually a congressional committee like this would ask for cooperation from witnesses first, but in this case, they say they're prepared to move directly to compulsory subpoenas. But some of these people have apparently already indicated that they will cooperate with the committee. Stephen.
All right, Bradley, it's fascinating stuff. We'll keep watching, and thank you for giving us that update.